There we go, so heavy. Hello and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Ali Raja Bagan UK. If you're new to our channel, I'm Akibullah.
I'm Ali Raja. Assalamu alaikum.
Today's video will be showing you how to transplant these chili seedlings into a bigger pot.
We'll be discussing 4 important things that you need to know if you're growing chilies this year. The type of soil, when and how to water your chili plant, whether or not to fertilize your chili plant in this stage, and most importantly, how to keep your chili plant warm and give them plenty of sunlight in this bitterly cold winter. If you're growing chilies this year, this video will have tons of information, so please watch the video till the end.
So without further ado, Dad, let's start gardening.
Let's start gardening. About 5 weeks ago, we showed you how to sow your chili seed. And we have sown our chili seed into a modular tray, something like this. And after 5 weeks, this is the result we have. And we have transplanted some of our chili plant into a
3-inch pot.
3-inch pot. And mashallah, they look nice and healthy,
yeah,
don't they?
they look really big and healthy, Dad.
I think for 5 weeks, this plant looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
It's nice and healthy. Now, about the same time, your mother, she has sown some chili seed into a tray like this. She had scattered the seeds into this tray, and they've also grown quite nicely.
Yeah.
But they're not as big as these plants.
Yeah, that we planted in the modular seed tray.
Yes, I think when you plant chili seeds individually into a modular tray, something like this, they grow faster.
It's because they have their own space, and
they have their own space, and I think these ones are fighting for the food. They're fighting each other, and I think we need to transplant them into a pot right now because they're not going to grow very much. They're growing quite big in this tray.
Yeah, they are. This is the potting mix that we're going to be using for our chili seedlings. This is some normal garden compost which you can buy from your local gardening centres, and we have added 10% perlite and 10% vermiculite. At this stage you do need fertilizer. We have already added some slow release organic fertilizer, which is fish blood and bone.
We've also dampened the soil adding water. Add enough water so it actually holds together without when you squeeze the soil, the water shouldn't drip down. So make it moist without making it wet. So we're going to be transplanting these seedlings into this 3 inches pot. We're going to be using 3 inches pot. So cut them out to individual containers like this, and then it's easier to push them out.
Add some soil about 1 inch from the bottom. Place your chili seedling with the container on it right in the center of the 3-inch pot, just like that. Now add soil around it, right in these gaps here, to bury the plastic in the soil. But don't worry guys, we're not going to be keeping the plastic in there, we're just leaving it in there to create a hole. Add some soil around the plastic container. Try not to get the soil onto the leaves, because most diseases comes from the soil. Flatten it out. Now that we have buried the seedling into the soil with the plastic container, now what we have to do is we have to take the seedling out with the plastic on it. So let's take it out gently. Wow guys, look at that hole that we have created. It's time to take the chili seedling out of the plastic container. Now, this could get tricky, so this is how I do it without damaging the root ball. Place the stem between your index and middle finger, just like this. We're placing our index and middle finger around the stem, so when we turn our hands, the soil doesn't fall out, just like this. Squeeze the sides of the container all around gently, so the soil inside loosens up and it'll be easier for us to remove the root ball. Carefully remove the plastic container from the root ball. Now we're going to be placing the root ball into the hole that we have created. There we go, guys, look at this. With a slight pressure, push it down. As you can see, the root ball has gone nicely into the hole that we have created. With your finger, level the soil out, and if needed, add some more soil. That was nice and simple, wasn't it? Now, before we put this one with the others, make sure you label your plant so you know what you have planted. This is Trinidad Scorpion, my dad's favourite. So let's label this.
If you have sown your seed in a seed tray, and if you have scattered your seed onto the tray, they would have grown something like this. Now, they're a bit crowded in here. It's time for us to transplant them into a larger container. So we'll be pricking them out, putting them in a 3-inch container. I just want to give you 3 different examples. So we have scattered our seed in this tray. This was done about 3 weeks ago. This was about 5 weeks ago. This is about 5 weeks ago, about the same time. But this was planted in a modular seed tray, and they look much bigger than the ones we have scattered in this tray. So these one we have to prick them out individually to put them, separate them, to plant them in a bigger pot. Now, in order for me to prick them out, I need a pencil, sharp pencil, and I'll be holding the leaves of the plant. I won't hold the stem because I don't want to damage the stem, and using the pencil I want to poke it near to the root ball and just push it out. Just like that. So now that we fill the cup with soil, we're going to poke a hole using this sharp pencil right in the center. Holding the plant by the leaves, I'm going to place it into that hole and then bury the stem and the root ball. Okay, so we have placed the seedlings into the hole that we created. Now, right in the center, but don't push the soil too firmly. Just place put enough pressure so that it settles down there. Once we have watered it, it's going to actually settle down in its new space. Now we're going to bottom water this plant. We're not going to water it from the top, because especially when you're growing chili plants indoors during February, January, March, you might end up getting aphids on your chili plants. So it's very important that we bottom water your chili plants. So this is how we bottom water a plant. Put about ½ an inch water into this tray, and then place your
Chili
plants. Basically, what's happening now is that the plant will suck, because the soil is dry, it's going to suck water into the plant. Let me give you an example when to know whether the plant has enough water. Now, if you look at this soil surface here, it looks very dry and it looks brownish, light brownish. Now, the one we are watering at the moment, if I give you an example, this looks wet or moist, and it looks dark color. So it's time for me to remove the excess water from this container.
Now that we know how to bottom water our chili plants, let's talk about how to keep our chili plants warm and provide them with enough light during this harsh winter.
Now, chili plant needs a temperature above 25 degrees to grow fast, and it needs plenty of sunlight. We've been growing these plants under a grow light. This is why they've grown quite faster. Don't worry if your chili plants are still quite small or even smaller than these. We still have a long season to come if you're growing chili plant in January or February. If you don't have a grow light, that's fine. We've been growing chili without a grow light for the last 15-20 years. This year is the first time we're growing chili plants under a grow light. Just get a propagator, like something like this, and put them in the propagator and cover them and put them on your windowsill, and that will keep them nice and warm. Move this propagator around the house. So for example, in the morning, if you're getting sun through the kitchen windows, keep them on the kitchen windows. In the afternoon, if you're getting sunlight through your living room windows, move them to your living room windows. That's what we do. We move our chili plants around so that we can give them plenty of sunlight.
Dad, should we talk a little bit about fertilizers? Because some of our subscribers want to know when to fertilize the chili seedlings.
Now, fertilizing chili plant is important, but it's not as important as the light and the heat. Chili plant needs heat and the sun more than fertilizer. Now, at this stage, when your chili seedlings has given the second set of leaves, which we call the true leaves, that's when it needs some kind of fertilizer to grow. You could use things like Epsom salt, fish blood and bone, or a tomato feed. We have made a couple of videos, haven't we, on that?
Yeah, we have made 2 great videos how to take care of your chili plants. If you haven't watched those videos, we'll leave the link in the description down below, or you can click the eye up here and it will take you straight to those videos.
So no matter what you feed your chili plant, like I said, you need to give them plenty of light and plenty of heat, and you need nutrition in your plants. So watch those videos and you'll find enough information in those videos to know what to feed, when to feed your plants. Now this can go on the windowsill, and some of them will go under a grow light. Good luck with your growing this year. I hope you do well. If you enjoy watching our videos, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and like our videos. It helps with the algorithm. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us a lot. Please like the videos and don't forget to share our videos with your friends and family. We enjoy sharing what we know with you guys. Please share our videos.
As you know, sharing is caring. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do something amazing and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. And don't forget to check out my second channel, Akib's Fun TV. I make very interesting vlogs. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.
Happy gardening. Assalamu alaikum, and I'll see you in the next one.